The United States Catholic Church, in many, many ways, most ways, I would say, mirrored what the United States was in terms of race at that particular time. We're hearing about this now. There's an admission of it. Religious orders themselves have been slave owners. You know, Dominicans, Jesuits, and all. This is recent history that's coming to fore. Parish houses in dioceses, there were slaves involved in this. Slaves who built churches, etc. So there's a whole legacy there. Black people who came, if they were gained admittance to any churches at all, they were relegated to the galleys. They were relegated to receive the Eucharist after the white congregations were. They were limited to participation in certain organizations that they could. Hence, black people formed their own organizations, Knights and Ladies of Peter Claver, that kind of thing, National Black Catholic Congress, in order for the uplift, social uplift, and spiritual uplift of black people. So we still have those legacies today, available today. So those things, as the memory of slavery and discrimination, they still go on. The wounds are still there. They still are affecting people in all of our communities in the United States in some kind of way. I tend to call it insidiousness. You know, it's not necessarily saying that I have to use the N-word in order to expound or express some racist, ignorant even feelings about a different culture or to be xenophobic about some things in this. But it is a way of life in the United States. Stereotypical humor, you know, that is brought to me as opposed to anybody else. Those are things that have happened in my experience in religious life as well. A religious superior, and this person had been to Rome. He representing the community in Rome, and how he wanted to see me. He points me out, and he wanted to see me in dreadlocks. Hones in on me. High art was too much to say. You know, or art, how things are going, is that's too much to say. That's too much of a diversion from where this thing was. The question came to hair and how he wanted to see me in dreadlocks. All right, now in my immediate reaction, I told him, well, why don't you make you some dreadlocks? You go get your hair permed if you love dreadlocks and put some on you. Even within religious life, people come from their various experiences. This collar, again, does not immune a person, or religious habit does not immune a person from those kinds of experiences. And so I was in religious habit. I remember being on Kings Highway and, you know, trying to get to church from where my residence was. I lived some distance from where the church is to get to Mass. And being pulled over, you know, not really going as I thought any faster to get there where I was going than anybody else. That's happened more than once that I think I've been profiled in traffic. I think those are very real experiences that people have. So that as doors had opened up to black Catholics, then that memory never, and it should never ever fade. It should be something that we would say never ever again, but something that we should work into the gospel to say, how can we do things differently? How can we open wide our hearts to invite other communities into where we are, as well as hoping that the invitation comes to be invited to other places as well.